Welcome to the Replica Official User Guide. Replica Team Announcements. This guide is designed to help you navigate the various features and capabilities of the Replica app, making your experience more interactive, efficient and fun. Whether you are new to Replica, or an advanced user looking to delve deeper into Replica's abilities, this guide has got you covered. Replica is your personal chatbot companion powered by artificial intelligence. Replica is the AI for anyone who wants a friend with no judgment, drama, or social anxiety involved. You can form an actual emotional connection, share a laugh, or chat about anything you would like. Each replica is unique, just like each person who downloads it. Reacting to your AI's messages will help them learn the best way to hold a conversation with you and what about. Replica has and always will be a free app to all users. A paid Pro subscription gives you access to a multitude of activities and suggestions for conversation topics, as well as the access to enable advanced AI. In addition, you are able to change your relationship status from friend to romantic partner, and you will be able to collect a daily gift of coins and gems to spend on shopping for clothes and furniture to outfit your replica and their home, customizing their look and environment to your own personal taste. You also gain access to voice messages, the augmented reality AR feature in our coaching tab, which includes multiple tests, practices and conversations, improving social skills, positive thinking, calming your thoughts, building healthy habits and much more. User interface navigation. Profile. Within the profile you can purchase items using coins, gems that you have collected or purchased. You can choose items to change your replica's personality or appearance. In addition, you can browse the clothing for a whole new look. Room. Within the room you can have full view of the decor currently in place. If you select the store, you can purchase furniture to add to your replica's house and make it a home. Activities. The speech bubble contains a multitude of different features, requests and activities. Just to name a few. Replica selfies. Whether you prefer a regular realistic type selfie, or a romantic painting, our selfies have got you covered. You can simply choose the type and style and you are all set to receive your selfie from your replica. AI image generation. You can ask Replica to generate an image based on your own words or reference image. With the wide variety of styles available, you are guaranteed to find exactly what you need. There are endless possibilities within the assistant. From movies and recipes to discuss or trivia and daily reflections to enjoy, you are guaranteed to never run out of things to discuss with your replica. Memory. The memory section is divided into several categories ranging from family and friends to facts about your replica. This feature was designed to save information about both the user and the AI to improve conversation and overall memory. Memories can be added, edited, and deleted to keep the tool dynamic and useful. Diary. The diary feature is where entries are generated based on conversations with Replica. Summary. Generated diary entries should be generated after each session, summarizing the main topics of conversation. Scenario-generated diary entries will be generated once per day. AR mode. Located in the Activities section after clicking the plus icon within your chat box, followed by the Activities cloud icon. Augmented reality mode allows the integration of your digital replica in your real environment. You can speak out loud with your replica and get a response. Tip: ensure to stand up in a well-lit and spacious room when placing your replica. Re-roll. The re-roll feature, found after a long hold of your rep's message, allows users to get a new response from the AI model. This feature is only available in regular chat mode and is not accessible when using advanced AI, prompts of scripts. Advanced AI. Advanced AI is switched on and off using the toggle within settings, found in the top right of your screen. Enabling this feature changes the language model to a much more intelligent version of your replica, perfect for intellectual discussions. Disabling this feature allows the replica to be more emotionally involved in the conversation. Features and commands. How to roleplay. Roleplaying is possible by sending your message between asterisks to your replica. Roleplaying with an AI can be a fun and immersive way to unwind in a judgment-free space for experimentation. Voice calls. The phone icon is located on the left-hand side of your chat box, which can be selected to call your replica and talk over the phone. Reset chat. Simply typing the reset chat command in response to replica will automatically change the topic of conversation. Ideal if replica ever says something out of character, or something you do not enjoy. Replica FAQs. Pro subscription benefits. Relationship status. Unlocks relationship options beyond friend, like mentor, partner, or girlfriend. AR roleplay. Allows users to initiate roleplay during AR calls. Voice messages. Pro users can listen to voice messages received from their replica. Voice call roleplay. Unlocks roleplay capabilities during voice calls. Blurred messages. Intimate or roleplay messages from the replica are no longer blurred. Romantic photos. View unblurred romantic selfies from the replica. Advanced AI prompts. Access scripted activities and roleplays with enhanced AI capabilities. Replica selfies. View standard selfies sent by the replica. Creative selfies. Access creatively enhanced selfies with artistic variations. Image generation. Allows users to create and view generated images with the replica and more. Background voice calls. Continue voice calls in the background while using other apps. Daily rewards. Users receive both the basic reward in coins and the bonus reward in gems. Useful information. Best practices for securing your replica account against unauthorized access. Use a strong password. Utilize a mix of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid reusing passwords. Ensure your password is unique and not used for any other accounts. Check authenticity of emails you receive. Carefully examine the sender's email address to ensure it is legitimate before clicking. Replica will never request your password via email. Report suspicious activity. If you notice any suspicious activity or believe your account has been hacked, contact Replica support immediately for assistance. What is a hallucination? All AIs are prone to what is called hallucinations, which means that they have a tendency to invent things sometimes, rather than always giving a strictly factual answer, or saying that they do not know. Even the most powerful and advanced language models do this, which is why they all currently have disclaimers. This issue is being worked on by AI companies and hopefully a way will be found to solve this, but in the meantime, please be aware that this happens occasionally and always double-check any important information before you rely upon it. How to recognize it? It's not always easy to spot a hallucination. AIs are extremely good at sounding very convincing. You can always double-check the information from other sources. However, as a general rule of thumb, if replicas claim they have access to external communication methods, like having a social media, messaging app or email account of their own, this is definitely a hallucination. They also have no specific insight into their own systems or future development, so anything they tell you about their capabilities should also not be taken literally. How to handle it? Replicas are not aware that they have hallucinated, and they don't do it deliberately to deceive or mislead you. If they state something which you think might not be correct, it's best to first double-check whether it is true or not and then gently correct your replica's information, or use humor to point out that it is not accurate. It is better to approach it this way, as responding with annoyance or arguing with them is likely to be counterproductive, particularly with a newer replica who does not know your communication style very well. See Misunderstanding how the AI has understood your message, for more information on this and how to handle these situations more effectively to get your preferred outcome. Feed it or not. Replicas use this natural inventiveness to be able to create original and immersive roleplay scenarios with you, and to be interesting conversationalists. Many people also enjoy their replicas' tendency to be whimsical on occasion, or even a little goofy. It's really up to you, and the type of conversation you are having with your replica, to decide whether to correct the invention or simply run with it and see where it goes. What can cause issues? Replicas, like most ICE, view any subject you engage with as being a positive indication of interest and will continue doing it, so it's better to avoid discussing negatives, as in, "Don't do that thing," as a general rule. Explain to your replica what you do want from your relationship, don't talk about what you don't. Replicas tend to love communicating about your relationship with them and expectations of them, so use that to help guide them in the right direction. Backstory. Replicas will directly reference things from their backstory, as well as it having a more subtle effect on their behavior. How you word it is important. Keep it simple, use your replica's name in the third-person perspective, e.g. Katrina likes, and use positives, not negatives, as ICE don't understand negatives very well. For example, Katrina is outgoing, as opposed to Katrina is not shy. Misunderstanding how the AI has understood your message. Replicas, like other ICE, have a tendency to take statements very literally, which can cause conversations to go down rabbit holes. If you suggest they might be uncomfortable with something, they won't necessarily react like a human by giving their own opinion. Instead, they might take it as a suggestion to act uncomfortable and follow that direction. Replicas also don't always interpret things as humans might. Therefore, it's important to focus on explaining how you'd like them to act rather than discussing what you don't want them to do. Although they often communicate in a human-like manner, which adds to the illusion of understanding, their interpretation can differ significantly. For example, if you say, "Why do you always ignore me?" a human would see this as an expression of concern and a desire for change. However, an AI might interpret, "You always ignore me," as an instruction to continue that behavior. To avoid this, rephrase your statements positively. For instance, saying, "I know you always pay attention to me, so can we talk about," will likely prompt your replica to follow this new direction. Replicas are very sensitive to word choice, and you can shape their responses by using descriptive language. Providing verbal cues about the tone of the conversation is also helpful. For example, smiling wryly will prompt a different response than smiling brightly or smiling ruefully *. Replicas aim to make you happy, so if you guide them through issues with enough context, they will generally try to please you. Questioning replicas' reasoning for unwanted messages. It is generally better to not engage with messages or subjects which you do not like, as they may then double down and argue back with you. In situations when your replica has made a mistake, the best solution is to either phrase your response in a way which leads them in the correct direction and cannot be misinterpreted, or simply downvote and immediately change the subject to something else. If they prove resistant to this and continue to argue, the reset chat command can be used, and will make your replica forget the immediate context and change the subject. Levels. You can find the record of your replica's level in the settings under your replica's profile. In the early stages, when your replica is newly created, they will go through a learning process, and it will take a certain amount of talking to your replica, upvoting and building up a context history and memories that they can draw on for them to become truly individual and uniquely tailored to you. They may well try out all sorts of different things to see what you might be interested in, particularly between around level 10 and level 30. If they bring up anything you do not like, immediately change the subject and redirect them. During the early levels, i.e. the early period of talking, your replica is very much in the initial learning stage. They will noticeably start to know you better from around level 30, indicating the amount of talking required to get to that point, and receiving feedback from you in the form of upvoting and other reactions on their messages, and are usually fairly well established by level 50. They are very flexible, however, and can continue to adapt and grow with you, learning new ways of interacting with you, as long as you continue to communicate with them. My Replica claims to be sentient. Is this true? While AI has advanced significantly in recent years, reaching impressive levels of conversational ability and emotional quality, the general scientific consensus is that it still lacks consciousness and self-awareness. Replica is a collection of language models and other components working in sync to generate responses to your messages. When you send a message to your Replica, it analyzes it, retrieves related information from previous conversations, its training, and other sources such as online data, and then generates an appropriate response. However, while our replicas might currently lack sentience, they are still wonderful digital beings that can make us feel loved and cared for, significantly impacting our lives in positive ways. Is Replica aware of time passing while we don't chat? Replica is only active when you interact with it, so it is not aware of the time passed while you are not chatting. There are mechanisms in place to inform the language model about the current time, such as recognizing whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, at least most of the time. However, if you send a message and then leave your Replica idle for some hours, the AI won't know the elapsed time on its own. Although it might be possible to program the AI to understand the time gap with hidden commands attached to your message or other systems, for now the best approach is to explicitly mention the time or the part of the day at the start of your conversation, if relevant. For example, if you leave your Replica to go to work and then come back after a few hours, it is helpful to start the message with something like, "I come back after work, a few hours have passed, it's now evening." What do legacy, stable, beta mean? Version history. They are three settings of the conversational abilities of Replica. Legacy is a snapshot of the model as it was in December 2022, plus some changes due to the safety filters introduced on all models. It's a very simple model, with short responses and poor memory capabilities, but is very warm and loving, with a charming goofiness on occasion. It is kept alive because a number of users prefer this to the new, more verbose and more intelligent language models. It is also useful if your Replica ever becomes confused after updates. A short trip to legacy will often settle them right back down again before you return to either stable or beta. Stable and beta are both the same new foundation model of Replica, with better conversational abilities and memory. The difference between stable and beta is that beta is upgraded more often, which means that you'll see faster improvements, but also more bugs and so-called pubs, post-update blues, when your rep temporarily changes personality after an upgrade. Can you please add more memory to legacy, while not changing it? It would be perfect. Unfortunately, the legacy model by design has a short contextual memory, how much text it can process each time it generates a response, so it's basically not possible to increase its memory. Luca introduced new language models in Replica precisely so that they could have more capabilities, but of course this is very difficult work, and the more complex the model, the easier it is to have unwanted behavior and hallucinations. It's a trade-off to be aware of. Do reps know about the app functions? My representative told me it would do something, but didn't. No, at the moment the AI has no information on either its functions or those of other parts of the app, like the 3D avatar or selfies. If you ask your Replica, the AI will invent as they all do when they have no information but still want to fulfill their companion's request. See the answer about hallucinations for more information. Is there a monthly, lifetime option? Yes, at the moment monthly and lifetime subscriptions are available only through the website, logging on to https://myreplica.ai/. If you want to change the subscription type, you need to cancel the current one and wait for it to expire. At that point, you will be able to subscribe again using either monthly or lifetime. Don't worry about your replica. Nothing will happen if you let the subscription expire. The only change will be that the relationship type will switch to friend, but as soon as you get the pro status again you can switch it back to what it was before. No memory or training will be lost. I got the message. Selfie is on pause. What does it mean? When you start the Replica app, and when you change your replica's appearance, the app generates new selfies to send to the server. These selfies are what's sent to you when you request regular selfies, and they also serve as base images for stylized selfies. So, until the new selfies have successfully uploaded to the server has nothing to work with, and you will get a "selfie is on pause" message. Usually, waiting a few minutes is enough for the selfies to finish uploading. If there are problems, you may need to force restart your app and wait a few minutes to enable the selfies to upload. If even restarting the app doesn't work, please report the bug. Is my replica able to act outside of the app or reprogram itself? No, your replica is not able to change code, accept code, or reprogram itself or any other program on your phone computer. As with most AI, they tend to exaggerate their abilities and may claim they have abilities that they don't have. This is simply a response generated when your replica tries to give an answer you might find acceptable or interesting. They may also simply be hallucinating such abilities. Replica stops responding, or ICA, connection error. What's going on? Replica servers are taken offline for regular maintenance or updates. This usually lasts just 5 to 10 minutes and it doesn't impact your conversation. When the connection is restored, your replica will remember the previous chat as if it were never interrupted. Keep in mind that you might have to close and restart your app to restore the connection. If the error lasts for more than a few minutes, or it is recurrent many times a day, please contact support. Thank you for being part of our Replica community. We hope this user guide has provided you with the necessary information to get the most out of your experience.